Hey Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuzana, MetabolicMasterpiece.com. Today I'm going to introduce you to the seated good morning, an incredible exercise to blast your hamstrings and your glutes. Been using this twice a week for the past 3 weeks and absolutely loving it. Really feeling it in the upper hams, lower glutes. Here's a demo. Hope you give it a try. Would love to hear back from you. All right, so first things first, I want you to make note of the bar placement. It's sitting a little low, kind of like a high bar position. And notice how I rolled it down even more so. I've got it sitting on my rear delt. So it's really kind of sitting on the meat of my shoulders and upper back, not touching my spine at all. Just finding a nice, comfortable position. Now, the tough thing about this is that when you're up in the top position, you've really got to hold it with your hands and not allow it to roll back. You also don't need to be coming up completely upright. You kind of completely lose tension with this movement. So a couple of things here. Notice how it's nice, slow, and controlled. This is not just bending at your waist, not just bending forward and allowing that weight to kind of carry you forward. What I'm thinking about, as soon as I start to lower myself, I shove my butt back. So I just lower a bit, push my butt back. So it's very much like if you were doing a standard good morning or a Romanian deadlift. You want to be thinking of a hip hinge movement where the hips are going back. So even if you just, as you start to lower, just lower down a tiny bit. And as soon as you start pushing your butt back, you should immediately feel the tension in the hamstrings. Now, foot placement also has an impact here. So I got my feet slightly behind me. Some people are more comfortable with their feet directly out at 90-degree angles. Some are more comfortable with their feet slightly in front of them. Also, stance plays a big role. I'm finding a lot of people are feeling it more in their hamstrings and glutes when their feet are out wider. And again, toes pointed out. Don't go too heavy with this movement. Start off nice and light, nice and controlled no matter what here. And again, as soon as you're done, we're going for 10 to 12 reps there. Really make sure that you set yourself, ground yourself before you squat that weight back up again, because you are fatigued, even though you may not feel it as much as you would during a squat or anything. Those muscles are fatigued and you want to make sure you're nice and steady. So another example, we got Santina here. Now, when she performed this movement on her own the very first time, she watched my follow-along video and didn't quite feel it. She didn't like it at all. And then I gave her those cues of pushing your butt back. And she also went out just a little bit wider with her feet. And she totally felt it in her hamstring. She's got it sitting a little bit higher than I did, but this is still a comfortable position for her. I find if you have it sitting too high up on your back there, there's a tendency in the bottom for it to want to roll forward. A front view just to show the distance with the feet. So don't be afraid to go a little bit wider. Just nice controlled. Shove those hips back. Control on the bottom. Again, you're going to really feel this in the upper hamstrings and the side lower glutes.